Hey guys, welcome. In this video we are going to talk about destructors. These can be run when an object is destroyed. Okay, so C# does have a built-in garbage collection management system, but nevertheless you can still, call these if you want, explicitly. Right, so it also will allow us to look at a new class. So using system here, create the template as usual, using system.diagnostics, like that. And within this, let's make a namespace, so sample will do, like that. And now you're going to type stopwatch. Okay, go back a second, and then let's type here class sample. Okay, now you're going to have stopwatch. You see that's a class within the diagnostics namespace. So here, if you put a period, so it brings up other stuff. See this? There you go. So we have a stopwatch. Let's make a timer here. We will use the timer to keep track of how long the object lives. And then public sample the constructor for the class. And now you'll say here timer equals stopwatch.start new, like that. So we'll start a new timer. And we'll say console.writeLine. And then we'll say here runs when the object is constructed. Close out with a semicolon. Alright, and now what we're going to do is create a method called public void how long, like that. Now let's delete this code that I don't need. But in the body of how long, we're going to have the following. So console .writeLine and namespace 0. And we're going to say has lived for, and then another names holder. Now you'll say this, that means the current object of course, and then dot, comma rather, and then timer.elapsed. Okay? So this will tell us simply how long the object has lived. Now to specify the destructor, you put what's known as a tilde symbol that looks like this. That's a tilde, and then the name of the class sample. Now you're going to say this dot how long. So you're going to call the how long function to display how long the object has lived, and then console.writeLine, and this code runs when the object is destroyed. Comma and a semicolon, period rather than a semicolon. And lastly, at the end, you can just type console.read key to wait for some user input. Alright. Now we need to run this, so we're going to say class program like this, and then static void main, and then you will say here sample samp equals new sample, close out the semicolon. Okay, so let's give this a run and delete this code. This is our code, okay? So we have two namespaces we're bringing in, making our own namespace, making a stopwatch timer, initializing it when we make the object. We have a method called how long that tells us how long the object has lived. We have destructor for the class, that's the tilde sample, that'll call how long, then run a bit of write line, and then wait for some input. And then in the body of class program, we actually make the object. Okay, so let's give this a build, make sure it takes. And let's also add here console.read line. Okay, let's give this a go, just to start button. Let it load. Okay, so this code runs when the object is constructed. Then I'll hit enter, and it says this code runs when the object is destroyed, and then it leaves. Okay, and there's a little time interval as you saw. Okay. Here, if you delete this from the Destructors, go through it again. So let's give it a go directly at start. Here, there isn't much that you will gain from doing debug step into, because the code is very straightforward. So this code runs when the object is constructed. Leave it there for a sec. 2 seconds. Enter. And if you don't have that console.read key here, as you can see, it popped off the screen immediately. Okay. So console.read key or read line. One more time. So let it run a little bit. Resist. And there's the time. There you go. And that's it. So thanks very much, guys. And we have just learned is how to use the stopwatch class to start a new timer, how to display the elapsed time, how to use the this keyword here, as you can see, can be also plugged in for a placeholder. We haven't seen that before. You've learned how to use a destructor. And that's it. So thanks very much. I'll see you in another video.